Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me back.
My pleasure. I had a really great time with you the last time you were on here in November because we were announcing that you were taking over for After Midnight and after this show for After Midnight. And it made a little splash. There's the New York Times. Taylor Tomlinson to host new CBS late night show after Colbert. Taylor Tomlinson to host CBS After Midnight. Vulture. Taylor Tomlinson to host After Midnight. After Midnight. What was it like for you? Like, did your phone blow up?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, every person I've ever met, I think, texted me, besides like 3, which are the 3 you remember.
Sure.
I don't know. When you got your show, was it like that?
I'll never forgive them.
You'll never forgive them.
No.
Dead to me, right?
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, if my 6th grade teacher can remember to text me, so can you, my ex's mom. Like, I don't...
Now, the thing about hosting these shows, I get to meet people like Taylor Tomlinson. You get to have guests on. You'll have like a million comedians, but you also have stars on the show.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the prospect of the famous people?
I am excited. I'm nervous because I want to keep my cool. I will say, my sister and I saw Merrily We Roll Along last night when we flew in.
On Broadway here,
On Broadway here, which
Fantastic.
is great. And because I have a show, thank you, my agents were like, do you want us to try to get a chance for you to meet Daniel Radcliffe after? Because we know you loved Harry Potter growing up. And as well as all of his other works. And I was like, no, because I'll cry. But I was like, you know what, Taylor, you got to get better at this. You're about to be on a late night show. They're going to have big guests coming through. Like, just be cool. And we went in, we kept it short and sweet. I think I was very respectful. I didn't say anything crazy. I didn't try to touch his face. I wasn't like, you got me through 5th grade. Like, I didn't do, you know, and he's so nice. He's like exactly what you want him to be. I mean, it's not exactly how I pictured meeting him. I thought I'd be 10 and we'd be at Disneyland and getting married, but it was a very close second, the whole experience.
One thing you should prepare yourself about meeting like the really famous people, because a lot of famous people are sort of professionally attractive.
Right.
And then you meet them and you go, eh.
I should be prepared to
You should
be
be prepared.
let down.
Sometimes the people who are professionally attractive, like, you know, like the fantastic cheekbones and the big eyes and everything, you meet them, you go, you look like a bug.
That's why I like comedy, because if you show up even look... Do you know how many people told me I look fantastic tonight? Because they expect so little of a comedian. It's great. No one expects you to be professionally attractive, so anything close to it is great.
You look genuinely lovely this evening.
Thank you. I was fishing for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I apologize for taking that long to say that. That's on me. Now, you just finished Have It All tour? Is that what it's called? Having It All or Have It All?
Have It All.
Have It All. It's your longest tour of all time. How long is that?
We did over 130 shows. I think we did around 135,
That's a long
140.
tour.
Yeah.
That's a long tour, and it's going to be a Netflix special.
It is. February 13th.
February 13th.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Day before Valentine's.
Yeah, you need plans on Valentine's
Netflix and
Day?
chill. Come on
Netflix
over, a
and
little
chill.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that now that you've third Netflix special?
Third Netflix special.
No, third
Yeah.
special. You got your own TV show.
Yeah.
Do you have it all?
I mean, it depends who you ask, I guess. Like,
I'm asking you.
I mean, right now, I feel like I definitely do. But, you know, when you're 12 years old, you have different expectations of how your life's going to go. So I always say, you know, like, yeah, I thought by 30 I'd be married and have kids. And instead, all I have are 3 Netflix specials and a late night show. So it's been devastating.
You'll get there.
It's been hard. Yeah.
Now, some people may already know this about you, but some may not, is that you started off in the Christian comedy circuit.
Yeah.
But there is a circuit of Christian.
There is a circuit.
There's a circuit, okay.
Yeah.
And you started like at 16
Yeah.
doing this. Okay. So what jokes were you doing then that are out of your repertoire?
Well, you know, we called it testimony, but I was getting laughs. You guys are good. I like you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because they were asking me this backstage, and I got fired from my last church gig because I tweeted a joke with innuendo in it. I know. Big reaction for innuendo.
What was the joke? Wait, this, like, fired, you cannot be on the circuit anymore?
Well, I had like I was opening for one huge church comedian at the time, and they had called me. I know it sounds silly, but it's real. Very talented comedian, and their team called me after I tweeted this joke, and we're like, hey, we just, you know, we think you're great, but we can't have any sort of suggestive material out there coming from you. So the joke that eventually I ended up doing on television on late night, so it worked out, was I'm like a wild animal in bed, way more afraid of you than you are of me.
Fine joke. Quality
Thank you.
joke. Quality joke.
You know,
and
it's a tweet.
Was this an ultimatum, like you drop that joke and you can stay, or you got to go?
No, they were like, it's on the internet, you're gone. Yeah. No, there was no like change your ways, or it was like,
so there's no forgiveness in Christian comedy.
No.
That's important to remember.
It's important to remember.
Okay.
Yeah. No. They were like, we gave your dates to someone else.
Mm-hmm. So you've done so many gigs. You've done churches, as we've said, choir corporate gigs, which are so fun.
So fun. We love a corporate gig.
And, I can tell you all about Babcock clamps and fundoplication because of all the industrials I did for Dave All Medical Supply.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, you have such great... You've pushed through things that after I got this job, you had your appendix burst.
Shortly after you got this job, my appendix tried to kill me.
Which, again, I'm so sorry, I was worried about you, but also I was annoyed for me because I shortly after doing your show got mono, which my doctor tells me most people get in high school or college. I understand, I am a loser. And I was like, wow, I'm going to be so brave for pushing through all this stuff, having had mono. And then you pushed through your appendix poisoning you on television. And so I just am not
That's how you get 11:30, baby. They don't just give these deaths away. You'll get there. A cyst or something.
Yeah. A cyst or something.
You'll get there. As long as it's very painful.
Yeah.
Now, we have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Taylor Tomlinson, everybody.
A lot more. I mean, are you sleeping? Your schedule is insane.
It is. It is.
And that's coming from me. I feel like I work a lot.
I know. I was gonna say.
You're on a worldwide tour. You're also doing a daily show. Like, how are you doing that?
I think because I don't have a family, I'm like, we gotta stay busy, man. Like, I have no good excuse to take time off yet. So pedal to the metal, man. But I have to say, when I started the job at After Midnight, I did have friends who were like, so you're gonna be on TV Monday through Thursday, and then you're going to be on the road Thursday through Sunday? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, so we're all just going to put alarms on our phones to check on you.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a rough schedule. But if you have a good team, a good support team, it's possible. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
Is this your first corporate job that I hear?
This is my first corporate. Is this your first?
This is my first corporate job.
I was going to say.
How was your HR meeting?
Okay. I'm so glad we're talking about this because, you're from music, I'm from comedy.
Very different.
There's no HR in comedy at all.
So it's a very different world.
It's a very different world. Jill, who does HR for our show, she was going through HR training with me, and I was like, Jill, if you came to the Comedy Store with me for 20 minutes, your head would explode. I
was like, ma'am, do not go on tour with musicians.
I know.
I was like, wait, what?
I know. I had never had HR training before, and so I did it with the women who do my hair and makeup, Deb and Havana, and it was just the three of us on a Zoom with Jill, and they go through seniorios, right, in the PowerPoint where they're like, okay, is this appropriate or inappropriate for work? Spoiler alert, they're all inappropriate. I thought they were kind of like, oh, is it good? No, they're all bad. And I did not do it right because she was like, okay, so in this scenario, Kyle says to Sharon on her birthday, doesn't matter how old you get, I'd still be down. And then winks at her, is that inappropriate? And we were like, do you have a picture of Kyle? How tall is Kyle? Is Sharon ovulating? We don't have enough information. What does Kyle smell like? It's very complicated.
Oh my God,
HR training.
HR would be 4 hours long.
It was so long. They were like, it'll take 15 minutes, and then an hour and a half later, they're like, we need you on stage.